We've all heard the stereotypes. Gen Z is lazy, they don't want to work, they won't get off their phones. You think these are true? Think again. Gen Z has the potential to provide everything you're looking for in a team, and all it takes is a little adaptation. Today's hiring hack is all about what you can do to hire and retain Gen Z workers. First tip, create a culture of respect. Now, respect is important for workers of all ages, but definitely Gen Z seems to place a little more emphasis on RESPECT, and that starts early in the hiring process. There are a few small tweaks you can make, like streamlining your applications and not requiring the upload of a formal resume, that shows you respect applicants' time and energy. And once you do receive their application, for the love of Michael Scott, respond quickly. Not only does this communicate that you value them as an applicant, but it reduces the likelihood that a competitor could swoop in and beat you to the punch. And I'm willing to bet that if you make a little extra effort to communicate respect, most of your Gen Z team will reciprocate. Next tip, predictable scheduling. Imagine you're 20 years old and you have a fun 3-day camping trip planned with your friends. But despite requesting those days off months in advance, the new schedule just came out and you're scheduled to work. We can all relate to this stomach-dropping experience, which is why scheduling can be a huge source of employee conflict. That's why it's crucial to create a clear system for your team members to communicate their schedule preferences and then do your very best to accommodate them. And if possible, try to stay at least 2 weeks ahead on your schedules so that team members don't feel like they're waiting on you in order to make plans. All of these efforts help reinforce the culture of respect we talked about a second ago and will make a huge impact in your retention efforts. Last tip, provide a purpose. Everyone wants to feel like their job has meaning, but this is another area that seems to really matter to Gen Z. While providing that meaning in a busy quick service restaurant might seem challenging, it's definitely still possible. For extroverts, it might mean encouraging them to engage in sincere conversations with customers. For others, it might mean giving them the chance to train new employees or take on other leadership roles. Team members that feel like they're making a difference, both in the lives of customers as well as other employees, are much more likely to stick around. And that's it for today's hiring hack. The content I covered today was inspired by a recent webinar with Chick-fil-A operator Therese Fogelman. You can watch the entire webinar for free at this link. See you later.